Hey, what's up you guys, this is SGB618 here. Are Joy-Cons bad controllers? I'm genuinely asking that question because lots of people have very mixed experiences when it comes to these small controllers. Yes, they have their uses, but they also have their problems. Enter Joy-Con drift, lack of analog triggers, and just the size of the controllers in general. So the whole point of a controller is to control what you want the character to do in game. So if a controller is unable to do that, then it's deemed pretty pointless and pretty unusable. So to see the Joy-Cons have drift, it's a bit of a problem. Now, I don't want to say that the Joy-Cons are bad just because of that flaw, because this is a flaw that can be fixed. So take away that flaw and what are we left with? Well, you're left with motion control and powerful controllers that can be taken around with you to certain places. You can use it in tabletop mode, handheld mode, and you can even use it on the TV if you really wanted to. But are there any perks in that? And are they the best controllers to use? First off, let's talk about the games where the Joy-Cons shine, and I think we could all agree that those would be the party games. Mario Party, Just Dance, 1-2 Switch, most definitely. These are the games that really put a spotlight on the Joy-Cons abilities pretty much. They allow all of the features to shine, like the rumble and the motion controls. The size factor makes it really good for pretty much everyone, because obviously kids will be able to use it, but also adults as well. And yeah, even though you'll kind of be holding it completely in your hand, it's still able to read your movements regardless. So it's not too difficult, especially in a motion control based game where you're holding it in one hand. It's not too bad. But it all falls apart when you have to use it on its sides, where you use it more like a traditional controller. This is where it doesn't really go very well. Now yes, it's extremely versatile, the fact that you can take these controllers with you anywhere and pretty much get busy with whatever you want to do on the Switch. I don't think any other console was able to really replicate this kind of feat, but at the end of the day, whose hands fit this? Like, who is actually looking at this and going, yes, I'm going to be going crazy with these buttons? No one says that, because that's wrong. If you like carpal tunnel and if you like basically struggling to hit back buttons, then this is the controller for you. But if you want a more traditional controller experience, there is absolutely no contest here. Okay, so what about if you use it in the grip? So if you use it like a Pro controller. Well, the sticks aren't actually diagonal like the Pro controller, and on top of that, it doesn't even have a proper D-pad. Now we know why it doesn't have a proper D-pad, because obviously if you use it on its side, then obviously you won't be able to use it like A, B, X and Y buttons. These small buttons make 2D experiences on the Switch kind of miserable, to be fair. You want that precise movement, that's just not going to happen. And even if you use an analog stick, do you really want to be doing that with a 2D based game? I don't think so. Now, I'm not going to go into this all the way because I already made a video comparing the Joy-Cons to the Wii remote, and I already shared my thoughts about that. But just going back to the original question, are Joy-Cons bad controllers? I think it all depends on how and when you're using them. If you're using them for multiplayer or even just for portability, then I think it's perfectly fine, and I think that they really do the job better than any other controller really, because it gives you that motion control experience with the rumble features, and it really does immerse you more into the game. And I feel like it really does a great job of packing all of that into one small package so you can take it with you on the go and still be able to do multiplayer on the go as well. Not many consoles are able to do that, and not many controllers are able to do that. So the controllers aren't bad because they're able to do things that traditional controllers aren't able to do. Now, if you're looking at the Joy-Cons from the traditional controller mentality, then yeah, I think they're pretty bad. Even though that they shine in other areas like party games, they really do fall apart when it comes to the more traditional games, which are pretty much basics for controllers nowadays. Like, why else would you use Joy-Cons if Pro controllers are available? They get the job done, they're more comfortable, and I feel like it just works for most people. Joy-Cons are just kind of like a last resort controller, something that you take around with you because they're small, or you only use them because those were the only options. Not something that you would pick over any other controller, which I don't think it makes them bad, it just makes them a lot less good. They just have different uses for different things compared to the more traditional controllers. I know that they're advertised as traditional controllers, but they're really not. Let's be real, if you look at a pair of Joy-Cons and compare them to one DualShock controller, you don't actually expect that to be the same, do you? Hopefully Nintendo actually, in the future fixes a lot of the basic issues with the Joy-Cons so we can have a lot more of an enjoyable experience with them, and maybe the reception might not be so mixed when Nintendo actually fixes these issues. Hopefully you did enjoy this video though. Please comment down below your thoughts on the points that I made in this video. Did you agree with them? Did you not? And let me know, what are your thoughts on Joy-Cons and how have your experiences been with your Joy-Cons? Let me know and I'll be very interested to know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.